We going? We're live. I apologize. Day 4, phase 1. We're getting started with close grip press. This is going to be focusing on the triceps. It's going to be arms and traps today. Starting to feel a little bit too. We hope you are as well because, well, get used to it. We got a long ways to go. We're going to get started right now. We're going to be doing 4 sets of 10 reps. As the name explains, close grip. It's going to be closer inside shoulder width. So it's narrowing that grip up, and now you're going to be bringing the bar slightly lower on the body, a little bit lower on the sternum there. You'll really be focusing on the lockout and the squeeze in the triceps to get that real good contraction in the triceps there. So of course it is going to be working the chest and the front delts, much like in any other press, but you're really trying to isolate the triceps as much as you can throughout this movement. Still a big compound movement, but this is allowing you to put extra stress on the triceps because you're getting help out with the chest and the front delts. So it's a good one to build that mass and strength in those guys. Just wait. Still working on the pump. So now we're going on to the isolations, skull crushers. Really just working on the elbow extension there. One of the main movements of the tricep is going to be elbow extension. And with this one, like the name implies, skull crusher, you're bringing the bar down to the skull, and there's a possibility that you might crush it. But, you know, we like to live ourselves lives a little dangerously that way. But
and we have thick skulls.
Yeah.
You know.
They're about 3 inches
Our
thick.
brain's this big and our skull is about that big, so we're good. You might want to be careful.
Our brains haven't quite evolved as normal people.
Still prehistoric.
Still a little prehistoric. Bend over, bilateral kickbacks. Do 3 sets, 12 reps. Really try to keep those elbows tight, get that full extension, squeeze at the top, and then slowly let it down to the bottom position. Kind of a difficult exercise for some to really get the form down and get the feeling in the triceps. So that's why I just gotta work on it, start light, really concentrate on the form. Again, that tempo, nice and slow. Feel the contraction, then let it down to the bottom position in a slow manner. Get that east end contraction, that's really important. Getting the concentric contraction, lifting it up is only half the work. You wanna make sure you get the other half by slowly letting it down and get that negative. Get a lot more muscle fibers involved that way and more growth. So, much like we started triceps with a compound on the close grip press, we're starting biceps with a compound on the underhand pull downs here. The supinated grip is immediately going to concentrate a little bit more on the biceps. You're going to be involved more so than an overhand grip pull down. So you get that underhand grip, but much like we've been saying is where you get that mind-muscle connection and you really focus on which muscle you want to contract. You want to focus on pulling that weight down into the chin with the biceps. So you get that nice pull in there, that nice flex and squeeze at the bottom position. Really grip that bar nice and tight and bring it up. You don't have to get a full stretch and release the scapula or your shoulder blades up so much. It's not necessarily about getting the depression and contraction, or retraction of the scapula or the shoulder blades so much. It's more about pulling with the arm in the bicep. You have that nice bicep pump. And just like with the close grip press, you're getting an overload on the biceps by being able to pull more weight than the biceps are normally used to because the back is going to be helping out.
There it is. Putting in that work. Like we said before, this is the behind the scenes. The highlight reel is the aftermath of all of this. It's the pretty posed up Instagram shot. It's the Facebook photo with the motivational quote underneath. This hard grind in the gym, that's where it's at. The hours you put in, you're gonna pay off big time, but you gotta put in that work.
All right, elbow flexion. That's what we're working on. Isolating the biceps now. We got down to the compound. Now really just focusing on that flexion there. Keeping it pretty strict form. There can be a slight flexion in the shoulder as well. Feel the shoulder coming up just a bit, but try to limit that. Really try to keep the elbows pretty tight. Really work on the biceps only. Of course, the forearms are going to get involved. And with the supinated manner of the barbell curl, you're forced to really get those palms up. That nice peak contraction as you bring it up. Good squeezing there at the top too. go through this program, you start questioning things. Is it worth it? It's a lot of work. But you know what? You gotta ask yourself, why the fuck are you coming to the gym for? Why are you here? Once you start figuring that out, you can easily set goals. Once you set those goals, then you have something to strive for. When you have something to strive for, that's what motivates you. So we're in here, we have our goals, and you need to get in the gym and find your goals. And that's why getting on a program is so important, is because you have specific goals to meet each day, either it be certain sets, certain reps, or even certain weight. But after that, there's many more goals to come. So you find your goal and you go after them, man. You go after them hard, and success follows. Gotta get the blink. Going for the blink.
Hammer curls, Viking's favorite exercise. Unless you're Odin, then that would be spear curls, because Odin uses a spear, as I've been reminded 700,000 times in the comments after I implied Odin had a hammer. I get it, all right? What's the difference between bilateral, unilateral, and alternating? You may hear us use those phrases. Bilateral is going to be using both sides of the body at the same time, like for the tricep kickbacks, that was bilateral. Unilateral is you're just going from one side, so 10 reps on one side, then moving to 10 reps on the other. That would be unilateral. Alternating would be 1 rep on this side, 1 rep on that side, which is what we're doing with hammer curls at this very moment.
Feeling it. Getting that good pump. What time is it? What time is it?
Hammer time.
Oh, it's time for a pump.
Oh,
shit.
Sorry. Barbell shrugs. This is a very easy exercise. You just want to make sure that you're doing it properly, like any other exercise. What you want to go ahead and do is, this one is a visualization exercise, which is great. So you want to visualize that you're bringing those shoulders right up to your ears. You're not going to really be able to do that, well, I don't know, unless you're really damn flexible or you have absolutely no neck. But what you want to do is just bring it all the way up. Just visualize that you're bringing those shoulders all the way up to your ears right here. Hold, then bring it right back down. Nice, slow and controlled motion on the way up and the way down. You're just going to do that time and time again. You're going to rep it out. You see a lot of people, they'll go ahead and do that. They'll bring that scapula back. You don't want to focus on that. That could lead to injury. What you want to do with this one, just really easy. Like I said, up to the top position, vertical line, back down, vertical line, all the way back down to the starting position, and you're good to go. Hell yeah. It's snowing in California. Now for people in Hollywood, that might mean something different, but here at Long Beach Metro Flex, that means we're using lifting shock, all right? Cubic inches of buff tube power. That's all she wrote. Yeah. We're done with week 1. Got 2 more weeks on this phase, then we move on to the next. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Hope you're following along. Hope it's kicking your ass. We will see you next time for phase 2, week 1.